go!
Yaddle Chattle.
Oh, come on. Come
I
on.
was trying to use the Force.
It's Yaddle Chattle, a Star Wars podcast. My name is Darth David. I'm bringing the energy, the fire, the passion, and the evil. Oh, yeah. All kinds of evil. I'm feeling very evil today, baby.
Boy, are ya.
We had a beautiful... Sitting directly to my left, your right. Ladies and gentlemen, put them together for Jedi Jared.
Hello, David.
You don't even clap for yourself.
No.
I mean, I'm holding the goddamn fucking speaker
Well, I mean,
for our intro music. Thank you, John Williams, for our intro music. By the way, John Williams wrote the theme to Yaddle Chattle. Did you know that?
I did not know that. Oh my God.
Oscar nominee John Williams actually did the music for Yaddle Chattle. That's what you're listening to. So a big shout out to the official composer of Yaddle Chattle, John Williams, on his Oscar nomination that he just got, Jared. Jared!
Yes.
Oscar nomination.
Again.
Number 54.
Is he like the...
For John Williams.
Is he the oldest Academy, like...
He's the oldest Academy Award nominee at 91.
Jeez.
He also has more nominations at 54 than anyone alive. And what we gotta have him do is be alive for 5 more years, make some, 5 more Spielberg movies or Star Wars or some shit. And then we want him to break this fucking record. Well, 6. Yes, we need John Williams to get to 60. Babe Ruth, baby, 1927. And then John Williams will be number 1. It's coming right down to it. Walt Disney sits atop the throne at 59 Oscars.
Well, I mean,
59.
Yeah, but, Walt Disney the man.
Walt Disney the man.
The man.
The man.
The man.
Won 59 Oscars. That's number 1. John Williams sitting on number 4. He just got nominated for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, a movie that I really enjoyed. Jared did not, right? Is that true, Jared?
Very tepid.
Tepid. You didn't care for Indy 5.
I think there was a lot of potential. But I think if it was just a straight Indiana Jones movie and not an attempt at passing the torch, it would have been a much better film. That first whole part, like where it's a young Indy, if that had been the whole movie, I would have been like, oh, this is awesome. I love this. This is classic Indiana Jones.
The only time the passing of the torch, so to speak, annoyed me was in that one scene where they were in the plane and she was walking around the room giving the Nazis like a tutorial of ancient Greece and shit, and you're like, excuse me, shouldn't the 50-year tenured fucking professor be the one doing the tutorial about ancient Greece? The guy who's fucking taught at colleges his entire adult life? Shouldn't the teacher be the ones literally teaching the Nazis about that shit? And why is the dame doing it in this scene? And why does she get all the fucking good speeches and funny parts and lines? Because Indiana Jones was always a funny fucking guy.
Well, I think that's the whole point. It was meant to be a pass the torch film.
All right, but this ain't. We're complimenting John Williams.
Yeah, he's the most recognizable composer. Top 5 John Williams scores according to Jedi Jared Fishman. Go. Top 5 John Williams scores according to Jedi Jared Fishman. I suppose.
The co-host of Yaddle Chattle, the co-host who never talks very loudly.
I'd say number 4 number 5 would be Harry Potter.
Number 5, Harry Potter.
Number 4 would be Lost in Space Theme.
Number 4, Lost in Space Theme.
Number 3 would be Star Wars.
Number 3 would be Star Wars.
Number 2 would be the Indiana Jones March of the Raiders.
Number 2, Indiana Jones.
Controversial take.
Very controversial.
Number one score for me, Superman.
All right. I did Davey Mac's top 9 for my radio station today, 95.9 The Ram. It was a brilliantly written article. If you want to see the top 9 movie scores by John Williams, go to WRAT.com. I was so excited I did this massive fucking 900-word article in less than a half an hour.
900 words.
Fucking, yeah, 900 words. We're responsible for writing 300-word articles for the website. I gave him 900 words on John Williams. They're like, wow.
Now that's starting to make sense about, never mind.
What? What's making sense?
No. I don't want to go into this.
Oh, God. Number 9, Jaws. All right, the first movie that obviously hooked him and Steven Spielberg up together, starting a 50-year relationship. Number 8, Harry Potter. Good job, Jared. You got that one. I love the music in Harry Potter. It's the first 2 ones. John Williams did the first 2 Harry Potters, and then they different composers.
Yeah, you don't care afterwards.
But the first 2 scores
because
are phenomenal.
The theme is what?
The theme is the best. It is the theme. So that's what John Williams did. Number 7, Saving Private Ryan. I actually love this music. It's an underrated score from John Williams, and I actually feel like very important score because that movie's so brutal at times, so violent and challenging, quite frankly disturbing. I still get disturbed with certain images in Saving Private Ryan. The comfort of John Williams' music helps me out in that movie a lot. Number 6, Superman.
Oh, you put that at 6.
Specifically, Planet Krypton. Which, oh my God. Remember this, folks? Here we go, right? Oh, Goosebumps. This is a Goosebump type deal. And you're like,
that's why I put it at number 1.
Listen, no issues. There are times where John Williams is so fucking great that his score for certain movies, in my opinion, was better than the movie itself. Superman is one of those cases.
Really?
The Superman score. Listen, no. I'm agreeing with you that the Superman score. Listen to this. Oh my God.
But
wait, listen. Oh, Jared, that's so good. That's so good. Because the first Superman's okay. It's a good movie. But the music of Superman is fucking fantastic. Superman's main theme, the Planet Krypton, that's my personal favorite from the movie that we just played. So I'm not against your Superman pick. Born on the 4th of July.
I didn't know he did that.
A lot of people don't realize that he did multiple Oliver Stone movies.
Really?
He did.
Did he do Platoon?
No, he did JFK.
Okay.
He had like a little run, and it was a JFK. It was Nixon, and then first was Born on the 4th of July. Here's the Born on the 4th of July one. Remember this? Listen to this. Oh, God. And specifically, if you go back and you haven't seen Born on the 4th of July in a long time, but want to listen to some great John Williams, the scene where they're Tom Cruise in the wheelchair at that point, Ron Kovic, is in Chicago for the Democratic National Convention, and there's like a giant protest, and Tom Cruise like reverts back, him and his Vietnam like vets who are protesting revert back to like the way they were in Nam, and Tom Cruise like rallies everyone. He's like, all right, let's go. We're going up there, and we're taking back that hill. And the John Williams music comes up. Oh my God, I get goosebumps. I get fucking goosebumps when Tom Cruise says we're taking back that hill. Oh God, it's so good. I hate it. I hate it. It's so good. Number 4, Jared, E.T.
Okay.
This is, I have said this before, and I'll say it again. I really think that someone should take E.T. and I would love to see a version of the E.T. that actually Rian Johnson did for The Last Jedi, which is just the music. The visuals and the music. E.T., for me, is the quintessential, you could literally turn down the volume on the movie. You could literally turn it down. Go just John Williams with this magic. I mean, magic. You could turn down the volume, watch E.T., watch the kid, with the bicycle in the moon.
You know what the theme is.
And I'm saying, if you put John Williams' music, only his music, no dialogue, no sound effects, the movie would still make $1 billion. It's such a great score.
Like a silent film.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Well, that was a pretty relatively simple concept. I mean, my God. I mean, think about this. This almost makes me feel like. This makes me think of movies in general. Like, E.T. is so fucking great. The score. What?
No, it's taking me back to another time where there was a Ron and Fez break about John Williams, and Ron was taking the whole angle that he rips other composers off. So I went through a bunch of his scores and found where he was influenced by, and I sent them to you.
Yes.
And then you were like, thanks. I'm going to steal all of this and take credit for it. I was like, all right, whatever, dude.
Thank you. Thank you for that very obscure reference that no one even knows what the hell you're talking
There's
about.
Someone out there.
Thank you. Number 3, Jurassic Park.
Really?
Yes, really. Really? Yes, really.
Huh.
What?
No, I
think about this for a second.
I would have put Jaws above Jurassic Park, though.
Not me. Jaws, I hear you. But Jurassic Park has multiple themes. What's this? Oh my God. And just pretend you're in a Jeep and you've just come up to the island there.
You deal with Jeff
and
Goldblum.
there's a big brontosaurus staring at Jared, and Jared goes, David! They do travel in herds, David! They travel in herds! Let's say they do, baby! I fucking knew it, Jared! I knew they traveled in herds!
Of course they travel.
I fucking told you! I told you that birds are just dinosaurs! But I still can't wrap my head around.
What do you mean?
Because dinosaurs are more lizards to me, not birds.
They're birds.
That don't compute. But listen, and there's
they're birds without feathers.
Look at this. They do travel in herds. And here we go. Ah! And the fucking brontosaurus runs over to Jared and eats Jared's head. And I go, what? Like a brontosauruses were supposed to be herbivores. You just ate the Yaddle Chattle co-host's head. What kind of fucking herbivore are you? That would be my production of Jurassic Park. It'd be a lot different. Number 2, okay, Indiana Jones, which we just played. And number 1, Jared, fuck you. How the hell can you not have Star Wars? We all know what Star Wars sounds like. Do I gotta play it? I feel like I should, just to wrap up the segment here. Yeah, I don't know. Go ahead.
You want to know what? Because I think about culturally.
Yeah.
I think
Star Wars. Star Wars number 1. You cannot say that. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Smarten up. It's not just the Star Wars main theme song that we're talking about is insanely iconic. The Darth Vader's iconic. The Yoda's iconic. The Leia theme is iconic. The Leia and Han are iconic and used for trailers. There's one fucking Duel of the Fates in the prequel trilogy is iconic. The fucking shit he did for the sequel trilogy. And one of my favorite things, the song The Spark that they used for the trailer in The Last Jedi. You know? Oh, bro. It's iconic. It's one fucking thing after another.
I think...
Yeah?
I would probably put the Vader theme as more iconic than the actual Star Wars theme.
Maybe. I have no issues with that.
Whenever you see, like, in pop culture to reference, like, the bad guy,
sure, yeah,
they always play the Vader theme. The same thing. That's why I put the Superman theme for number 1. Because whenever there's, like, a hero supposed to rise in, like, almost a comical way, they play the Superman
I know, but
theme.
you gotta factor in movie, too. Movie quality. And I hear you. We were just going scores, but you're not gonna tell me that Superman is better than Star Wars.
No. Not overall movie, no. But I would say that...
Here we go. Listen, hold on. This is the spark from The Last Jedi. Remember?
Okay.
They used this for the trailer.
Yeah, that's where I remember it from.
Awesome. Oh, come on! God damn it! This guy hasn't lost anything! Listen to this!
Oh, he's a master.
This is fucking... that was from that was from The Last Jedi, and he's still fucking... which I believe he did get nominated for. I know he got nominated for The Force Awakens. I think he got nominated for The Last Jedi as well.
That's the thing about, like, a lot of composers, and that's why I put his Harry Potter theme in for number 5, because that should actually be lower. Because one of my personal favorite themes is, what is it? Parade of the
please.
Parade of the Slave Children.
Please.
Parade of the Slave Children.
Yes.
From Temple of Doom.
Okay.
It's like one of my...
oh yeah, I love that shit. Well, where was Indiana Jones on your list?
Number 2.
That's stupid. That was fucking stupid. Indiana Jones should have been...
actually, number 3.
Number dumb.
3.
That was a dumb decision on your part. Stupid.
Why?
Because, again, the amount of music within the Indiana Jones movies. The amount of music... like, the reason why Star Wars...
I really like the Superman score, though.
Me too.
Like,
the reason why the Star Wars has to go to number 1, though, like I said, is because not is it just the main theme, but it's all of the other themes. Sweet. So in terms of, like, if you were to look at this like a rock album, you would say Star Wars has the most hits. That's the Sgt. Pepper's, because we know a zillion songs. You watch college football on Saturday, they're playing fucking Star Wars songs. You're right, Imperial March, but I actually have heard Duel of the Fates at college games and different, and of course the main Star Wars theme song I've heard at college football games as well.
That is why, like, I put Harry Potter at number 5, because out of the last 25 years, it's probably one of the only, like, film scores that is hummable. That you'll hear it.
Whoa, jeez, I started way too high.
How's
Harry Potter go again? Wait, what? Oh, you're horrible at singing. I never realized that before. I always thought you had a beautiful voice.
No, that's my wife.
Oh. So you don't have a beautiful voice, huh?
No, my wife does.
Oh, man. What happened?
I'm tone deaf.
So what else? Okay.
No, but, like, the reason why I said the Harry Potter one was because it's probably the most iconic film theme in the last 25 in the last 25 years.
Harry's good. I like Harry.
Like, I couldn't tell you what the Justice League theme was.
That's a good point.
The only one I could think of is the Avengers, which is because it's Alan Silvestri.
Yeah. The Avengers is the only one that you can remember. But the Iron Man, like, the Marvel does not have these iconic scores that 25 years from now you're going to say, oh, that's the Iron Man, that's the Black Widow, that's the Hulk score. You know, that's true. They do the big Avengers score, okay.
And that's because
that's the only one.
And that's because they use it in the front of every Marvel film. It's that doot, like, and that's because it's Alan Silvestri. I mean, he wrote one of the most iconic themes and suites.
He's good. You know what we did not put in there? Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Obviously, the music played a major part of that. You know, there are... Here's his work from JFK, which was, like I said, we were talking about before, the Oliver Stone. The JFK music is tremendous, too. I gotta... I waffled between the JFK music and the Born on the 4th of July music, but ultimately that Take Down the Hill fucking scene from Born on the 4th of July and the accompanying music of that scene made me go crazy. But remember this from JFK? Remember this one?
Back and to the left. Back and to the left.
And then, of course, he did, like, amazing, like, more examples.
I like the Catch Me If You Can, because it's very jazzy.
Yeah, that's cool. But I would say, like, examples of, say, a couple movies.
Home Alone.
Were 1941. Home Alone's good, but 1941, the movie isn't good, but the score is tremendous. And Hook, that movie did not get, critically acclaimed, although I like it. So I don't care what the critics say, but it was not well reviewed. However, another example of John Williams' score is probably better than the movie itself. The score for 1941 and Hook are phenomenal. Yes. Typical John Williams. They're totally brilliant like everything he does.
I had to look this up just to make sure that I didn't talk out of my ass. Mm-hmm. But I always think that John Williams did the Goode score.
No, Goode, what? It's mostly pop culture music, like Cyndi Lauper.
No, like not the Goonies suite. The do 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 do.
Yeah, well, who was it?
It's David Gurrick.
Yeah, that's not John Williams. John Williams ain't gonna do that shit.
Why? It's a Richard Donner and Christopher Columbus.
Oh, great. What does that mean to me?
Richard Donner did Superman.
That's the music that we're playing right now. We're giving you the Superman main theme.
I think, didn't he also? I gotta look this up too because he did Lethal Weapon, did he?
Yes, Richard Donner did Lethal Weapon. You have to look it up. Please don't look it up.
Who did the music?
Please don't look it up.
No, I want to see.
It was not John Williams.
Okay. But Christopher Columbus directed the first 2 Harry Potter films and Home Alone.
In 1492?
Well, that's his production company.
His production company's 1492?
1492 Pictures, yes.
Oh. I thought I was making a really, really bad, stupid joke. And now I
Chris
realize...
Columbus, sorry. It's Chris Columbus.
This is the Superman theme song classic. So congratulations to Johnny Williams. John Williams, 54 Academy Award nominations. I hope he wins it for Indy 5. Fuck him. I got to get him this win so that he can get to 55. So let's be honest, so
he's won 55 awards or he's been nominated?
Nominated. We're talking nominated.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, nominated. So Disney, I guess, has 59 noms. Right? I think so. I don't know. But I want John Williams. I mean, listen, I like Disney, but, it'd be great to see John Williams have the most Oscars in Oscars history, or at least Oscar nominations, because he deserves it. He's probably the one guy. I mean,
I think he's the most iconic composer in the last 100 years.
But I mean, like, in terms of, like, you look at him and you go, you know what? He's never done anything bad. You can't even say that with Spielberg or Scorsese, is my point. Like, John Williams is such an insanely all-time composer, head and shoulders above everyone else, that I look at him as almost like a filmmaker. He's almost like a director to me, rather than just being a guy who writes scores. I almost feel like some of these things are like John Williams movies, just as much as they are Spielberg movies.
Well, because he's so good at his job.
Amazing.
That
he's amazing.
He elevates the movie with his scores. That was the whole point, is that I don't know any film scores. Like, I can't hum the last Batman, like the Nolan trilogy.
I understand.
But I can hum the Danny Elfman score. Like,
I
know that theme. Like,
of course.
It's just the composers aren't like as good. I hate to say it. It's true though. They're just not as good as.
There's a lot of talented composers out there, but the point is the dominance of John Williams. He, like I said, he is number one, and it's not close. But he is the Beatles. He is the guy for film composers, and there never will be anyone as good as he is. The guy who I like right now is Michael Giacchino. I think he does excellent work in anything that he does. And I feel like he's got the kind of John Williams thing, too.
Well, he gets it.
That's the guy that I enjoy consistently. And then Kevin Kiner, the guy who did the scores for the Clone Wars, for Rebels, but also for Ahsoka.
Did he I really like the guy who did Andor. Because
okay, never mind. Rogue One was Michael Giacchino.
Yes.
But yeah, Andor, no. Yeah, if that was a newer guy.
That's
no, Goranson?
Like, yeah.
No.
I really like.
By the way, did you know that Ludwig Göransson
he just got nominated
for Oppenheimer? Will you stop turning your head at me?
Sorry.
You're back into the old school thing. What the fuck is the matter with you? Sometimes it's like you get Tourette's and you forget that, how the fucking principles of microphones work.
Okay. He got nominated for
Oppenheimer. The what was his name? Ludwig Göransson or Goran Stevenson, whatever the fuck. The guy who really made his name in Star Wars as the Mandalorian guy. He is now going to be a major film composer. He's already transitioned and into being a major film composer. Christopher Nolan tabbed him to do the score of Oppenheimer. Boom, right out of the gate.
And you know what?
Nomination.
I know the Mandalorian theme song. Like,
his music is fantastic. All right, let's get into something else. Congratulations to John Williams. I'd rather do that. We could just do a fucking John Williams show. We should just make this show a John Williams show and fuck Star Wars. Now that I think about it, we could just do take down John Williams, discuss John Williams movie by John Williams movie.
Okay.
It's not the worst idea. All right, Jared.
Bad
Batch season 3 trailer's out.
Yes.
It was announced. Did you watch it?
Yes.
Talk to me, because I didn't watch it because I hate the show.
Honestly,
I didn't even watch the trailer. I couldn't. I'm sorry.
No.
Go ahead.
If this season is like what the trailer is actually like,
of course,
where it's like one frame of Omega, I'm okay with it.
That's what it was. It was just one frame of Omega, really, in the trailer.
Yes. However,
that's great.
The big reveal is at the end because we see Ventress.
Okay.
So
love that character.
I think the whole thing is the Emperor. We hear the Emperor.
Love that.
It sounds like it's Ian.
So the Bad Batch are getting killed. Hopefully.
Well,
and I'm sorry. Hopefully. I know. So let's just discuss it quickly off the bat. With Bad Batch season hasn't started. There's going to be plenty of time to destroy the Bad Batch when it. I mean, I always go in open-minded, by the way. I don't want to, have people think that I'm going in looking to fucking bash it.
No,
However,
I know. We try to be
the
open-minded.
Bad Batch is not on the level of the Clone Wars or Rebels. It's not at all. And the character of Omega is really annoying. And she doesn't add a lot. And they keep doing this character. As I've discussed before, it started with Ahsoka. She's the young, apprentice.
Whippersnapper.
Optimistic. Always wants to help people. Sometimes doesn't understand that, the Jedi got to, go a certain way. You can't always go with your heart. You got to go with the Jedi. Got to be responsible. Can't help everyone. So we've seen that character with Ahsoka, and that is when the character was done best. Period. We saw it to lesser degree and diminishing returns for Ezra, who isn't a bad character, but let's be honest, Ezra doesn't have the same sort of fandom that Ahsoka does. And now we're seeing it to yet another lessening degree and even more diminishing returns with Omega. I'm here to help everyone. Come on, guys, we can't leave this village behind. It's the exact same character. It's it's now officially hacky. We don't need a young fucking kid in all of these shows. We are beginning to get too many children in Star Wars. There were no kids in the original trilogy. Anakin was a kid in one movie in the prequel trilogy. So the George Lucas fucking movies, 5 of the 6 did not have kid main characters. Like, what is the deal with Disney and fucking every show's got to have a main character kid? They don't need to all have main character kids. You know why? Star Wars. A cinema franchise which was inspired in some ways by World War II. Don't need a lot of kids when you're discussing World War II. Need grown men with tanks, guns, shooting each other, chopping each other's heads off. Star Wars. Omega, she makes that show into a Saturday morning cartoon, and that show has not evolved into being a big-time Star Wars property that really matters. It's of no consequence.
That's why they're canceling it after.
Get it out.
So,
and next time you make a fucking show like that you dare use clones, because we Clone Wars fans love the fuck out of the Clone Wars animated series. If you're going to use those fucking characters, you better get Dave Filoni's ass in there. But see, we know that's not going to happen because he ain't making some stupid cartoon at this point. He's too busy doing live action shit. He's got movies and TV series to make.
He's going to do the Tales from the Jedi.
But the fucking point is, like, don't give us clones if Filoni it can't be a part of it, because these people didn't know what they were doing. And this little girl Omega, the character is played out. The little fucking character. I want to help the fucking local.
Conscience.
I need to help the local fucking people. We just arrived on this planet 30 fucking minutes ago, and yet I'm somehow bound by this local village, and even though we've got important shit to do, I'm going to have to yet again convince the Bad Batch to, let's help these people out. Yes, Jared?
Final season of the Bad Batch starts February 21st. 3-episode premiere.
Well, there's only 20 days in February.
Well, it starts the 21st. That's when it's premiering.
All right, fine.
3 episodes.
I guess there's more days in February then.
And then it's a leap year. And it's 15 episodes, and the series finale ends on May 1st.
February 20th to May 1st. February, March, April. All right, so quick in and out. So basically, we only have to put up with this for 2 months and 10 days. We can do that for the Yaddle heads.
Sure.
So we will be watching The Bad Batch Season 3. I probably will be thanking Jesus Christ, my Savior, not his. I'll be thanking Jesus up there in Cloudland.
Thank you, Tom.
I'll be thanking him for wrapping up this season. I'll go in open-minded. Series, thank you.
Series.
I'll go in open-minded. What do you think? Predictions for this fucking
Like I
fest?
said, if it's as decent as the trailer is, hopefully it'll be a nice way to wrap it up. And I feel like they're going to try to somehow tie this to the sequel trilogy.
All right. Another topic, Jared.
Yes, David.
What if they're saying that Star Wars has taken our fucking idea? It's about time you started listening to Yaddle Chattle. It was over a year ago. I told you about, hey, I really dig this Marvel What If. Why are they not doing this for Star Wars? I gave you a whole What If episode. Whereas what if Luke Skywalker just completes the act in Jedi? What if he fucking doesn't throw down the lightsaber but kills Vader? What if that happened? What would happen? My personal opinion, you'd have like double Sith, because I don't think that if Luke kills the Emperor, then he becomes a bitch like Vader. I think Luke then looks at the Emperor and says, now it's time to chop your head off. And so the Emperor like flees the fucking Death Star, and Luke, he's still bad, but then Luke, who's also bad, is like trying to like fucking track him down. That's my What If episode. I got a zillion though. What if Chewbacca was in the ballet? Did you ever think of that? He throws some of these fucking chicks up. He'll throw fucking Natalie Portman up, maybe Chewie and Padme, capitalizing on the Black Swan deal that Natalie Portman got her Oscar. Maybe we can do that. Chewie throws Padme up, something happens.
Honestly,
I got a fucking Ewok. What if Ewoks, were part of a whole, Ed Sullivan, kind of Star Wars show, and the Ewoks, they were the main stars with their juggling routine. Juggling and, tumbling on each other. They can set up like a pyramid like cheerleaders, but then they can also juggle at the same time. Maybe stormtrooper helmets. I got all kinds of ideas for What If episodes, baby.
Oh, I was actually going to pose a real serious one.
You're saying those weren't serious?
I see what you're going with, but the one I came up with wasn't part of that bit. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. I want to hear yours.
No, what if Luke and Leia switched roles? Like, what if Luke grew up on Alderaan? What if Leia grew up?
Love it!
That would be a good one. Or
I love that.
What if Anakin never turned? What does he do? Does he leave the Order and become a dad?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, right. That dude. I mean, are they still married? Do the Jedi's have to? Does Yoda go? You know what? It's better to have this fucker married than an insane serial killer chopping off youngling heads. So you know what, Anakin, you want to fuck a little bit? You go ahead. Just keep it private.
Or what if Ahsoka doesn't leave the Order? Doesn't become a Boken?
If Ahsoka does. Let's actually explore that question just as us. Because in my personal opinion, I feel like Ahsoka leaving the Order really was the last straw. And I think that the first 3 episodes of the Ahsoka live action series, she was so kind of, people criticized her for being mopey and kind of, a little bit dull even, personality-wise. I think it's not that she was moping. I think she has genuine regret. I think she was haunted by the fact that I should have never left Anakin. See, she is dealing with, she's ravaged at the beginning of the Ahsoka series, in my opinion, with guilt that, yeah, it made sense for me to leave the Jedi Order. I shouldn't have left Anakin. I think if she's there, Anakin might not go bad, dude. Think about it. If, Mace Windu says, you did a good job. You gave us this information about Palpatine being a Sith Lord. You stay there. It's conflict of interests. When Mace Windu says that, he's probably Ahsoka would have been there. And Ahsoka's like, dude, Anakin, look at me. This is not who you are. Stay here. We're going to get through this. And he probably doesn't go to the dark side right there. Chop off Mace Windu's arm. Go to the dark side. So I love this idea. For the record, Yaddle Chattle did have this idea a year to a year and a half ago. We kept saying, how come they don't do a Star Wars What If? So we are getting credit for that. Iger, I want my name as a producer on this fucking series. He's an associate producer. But I want EP, executive producer. Okay? I want that credit on the goddamn Star Wars What If show. Again, Davey Mack, executive producer. Jedi Jared, associate producer. You can just give him a little bit. I want a lot because it was my idea. Comments?
No, I think that if they actually do it, it might be good. Depends on who they hire to run it. As we've seen with the first season of Visions was amazing because it was all like Japanese and you could.
Yeah, it had some cool stuff. I won't say every episode was amazing, but there was some cool stuff there.
But the second season with all the European animators,
not so good, right?
It was hit or miss.
I liked the Wallace and Gromit on a comedic level, but not so good. Visions 2.
Yeah. So again, and as we've seen with some of these other animation stuff, if Dave Filoni isn't hands-on, like directly involved,
they tend to miss a lot.
Yes.
They don't always know what the hell they're fucking doing. Like when I was a kid and I watched G.I. Joe, right?
Yes.
G.I. Joe didn't have kids in it.
Except at the end.
It was fucking grown men with guns shooting each other. Like the best Transformers episodes are just about Optimus Prime and Megatron going at it, and it's got nothing to do with kids. Disney's under the impression that children need to be a part of Star Wars in way too much. Way too much.
I think that the way they see it is that if they have a child, it's a means of teaching the kids lessons. Therefore, it's considered educational and. That's what they did with the G.I. Joe. They had the PSAs at the end of every episode. Don't do drugs.
I'm talking about the proper G.I. Joe episodes.
I understand that.
Fucking Cobra Commander in a tank trying to blow Snake Eyes' head off. That's all I'm talking about. There was no children involved, and nor did Kids don't need to watch kids. I never watched kids when I was a kid. I watched Star Wars, Indiana Jones.
I think that
I guess there was a kid in Temple of Doom.
They assume that kids are stupid.
Yeah, that's the problem. They're not.
And because it's created by people that are so far removed from kids.
Very, very much. It's like sometimes Disney doesn't realize how much they repeat themselves. That's the troubling part.
I don't think
when they just keep doing the same fucking shit, and you're like, guys, it really, it's not working.
Well,
and why they keep going back to the same bullshit?
You're under the impression that they don't have the awareness that they know what they're doing. Of course, they know what they're doing.
I don't know,
because if something makes money in 2024, they're gonna bludgeon it to death.
Yeah, you're right.
This is because if something makes a lot of money, they're like, well, when are we getting a sequel? It was like with the Barbie movie. They're like, oh, Greta Gerwig didn't have a plan for the Barbie sequel.
Did you see the greatest feminine, or female cinematic victory of all time? First woman director to crack $1 billion at the box office. Obviously, all the critical acclaim in addition to audience acclaim. The movie got all kind of nominations. They didn't nominate the female director, nor did they nominate Margot Robbie. Now, how does Barbie get all of these Academy Award nominations and the female director doesn't get a nomination, nor does fucking Barbie herself?
Has Margot Robbie been nominated?
This is the point. This wasn't Jared or I who did the Academy Award nominations. It's all of the people in Hollywood. It's the Academy. On one hand, they constantly want to fucking give you all these societal issues rather than escapism and tell you how awful you are and how wrong you are. On the other hand, they have their heads so far up their fucking asses that when there is a legit opportunity to really fucking give a tribute to these women, they blow it. So everyone in Hollywood, everyone in the Academy, go fuck yourselves. Don't you ever make a movie where you're fucking, espousing some bullshit to me or make me feel bad. No. Because I would have given Greta Gerwig.
Yeah.
I would have given her a nomination. I would have said the movie's critically acclaimed. She's made $1 billion. It's this new movie. She's getting nominated. I would have nominated Margot Robbie. So on one hand, they're always telling us about how awful men suck. And by the way, according to my research, the Academy is 60% female.
Wow.
Members.
Really?
So, yeah, that was the fucking stat I saw on Google. So don't give us all this shit that, hey, it's this. Then it's your time to, responsibly and justifiably nominate these women for Oscars, and you blow it? Go fuck yourselves now. Now I want Star Wars with only men in them.
Well, so this goes back to, if you recall, The Dark Knight was nominated. Was it nominated for Best Picture?
Yes, it was.
But didn't win.
No, but Heath Ledger did.
Heath Ledger did. But it was one of the biggest movies of the year. It had broken domestic records.
Bottom line, that's the greatest comic book movie of all time. It's better than anything Marvel's ever done, and I am a Marvel fan. That's the best.
You see, I read a comment about this, about like the fact that they weren't nominated and now Hollywood's broken. I'm like, dude, Black Panther got nominated for like Best Picture.
Yeah, it did.
And it's a mediocre Marvel film and an okay film in general, and it got nominated for Best Picture. Come on. Like, they do this shit all the time. Remember that one year, that King's Speech that no one saw won, and I think that was the year The Dark Knight was nominated, and like everyone and their mother saw The Dark Knight. But this is one. No,
I understand, but this is one where they actually. But understand, but what I'm saying is, this is the one where the opposite. has taken place.
I know.
They had an opportunity to say, look, this woman director has just done something that no one else has done. And they don't give her a nomination, and they don't nominate Margot Robbie. My point being, that's their opportunity to honor these women who have contributed to the movie industry in a major way with this hugely successful film, Barbie.
I agree.
That's their opportunity, and they blew it, and they fucked it up, and then they get mad at us for saying you're feminizing Star Wars too much. No, we're just saying make things make sense. Have logic. Look, I hate to be a dick here. No. When you see a fucking battlefield from the Civil War, from the American Revolution, from World War II, do you see a lot of ladies all over it?
No.
Do you? No, you don't. No, you don't. It's okay to say that certain franchises like War are going to be more for men. Certain franchises like Barbie are going to be more for women. When you deliver a Barbie movie that is innovative, is what they're saying. I hadn't seen it, but I'm going to go with everyone. That it's smart, it's new, it's fresh, it's got a twist.
It's original.
It's critically acclaimed, and it's a $1 billion movie. And you don't nominate the female director nor the female star who carried the movie. You can take, what I'm saying is, that's your time to give your messaging and to showcase, look, there's diversity. It's not in the middle of a fucking Star Wars movie. So the point is, you can go take all of your messaging, Hollywood, and go fuck yourselves with it. Because you don't believe in what you preach. You're preaching that women deserve more, that women deserve justice, that women deserve better treatment. Okay, I agree with all of that. Which is why Greta Gerwig has to be nominated, stupid fucking idiots.
I still get.
And the same thing with fucking Margot Robbie.
Who else got
So
nominated?
You don't mean that. Because if you're that fucking idiotic to not understand that, then you don't care about actual, good changes going on. You're just a hacky person who repeats societal issues, the ones that are trendy at the time. Go fuck yourself, Hollywood. I'm sick of it.
I want to see who was nominated. 2024.
Oh, God damn it. You with the looking up today.
Yeah.
Well, come on, man. We're doing a show here. Oh, yeah.
What do you want from me? Stop it.
The only thing I'm happy about with the Academy Awards these days is that John Williams keeps getting nominations. If they just turned this into a John Williams celebration year in and year out.
Okay, so Best Picture.
That would be cool.
Best Picture, American Fiction.
Keep going.
I heard about that.
Just go quick.
Anatomy of a Fall. Never heard of it. Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, and Maestro. So the only film I haven't heard is Anatomy of a Fall. Oppenheimer, Past Lives, never heard of it. Poor Things, heard of it. The Zone of Interest, never heard of it.
Yeah, but we know that. What are you looking up? What is this?
Oh, I just want to see who was nominated against it.
It's all Oppenheimer, bro. I mean, we know this.
Oh, no. I'm actually...
What you're doing is bad radio, is what you're doing. Let's put the phone down and talk to each other. That's when good radio happens.
I didn't know who was nominated for
Oppenheimer! What else do you fucking think? Oppenheimer was nominated for every goddamn award in the book. But the point is... The other point is what's the other shit that they have to put out that Barbie was a big pop movie? That's the point. This year in cinema, it was all about Oppenheimer and Barbie. So you get Christopher Nolan in there, and you nominate a whole bunch of people from his movie, and you get Greta Gerwig and Margot Robbie in there, and you nominate a whole bunch of fucking people from that movie. And then that's the start of the show. Then it's your fucking Barbenheimer battle at the Oscars. And you literally set that up. Maybe you'd actually get someone fucking watching the Oscars for a change. Because the Oscars ratings continue to plummet every fucking year. It used to be a top 5 rated TV show. Those days are so long gone, it's not even funny. All those spots belong to football now. Academy Awards used to actually compare relatively well to
Super Bowl?
NFL playoff games and Super Bowl. I mean, at a certain era, by the 90s, Super Bowl had eclipsed them. But the point is, you could have set up a Barbie and an Oppenheimer situation, and you didn't. And the thing is, you fucked it up, Academy, and you fucked it up, Hollywood. So what I'm saying is, you failed to do your part to honor these women who deserved it. Go fuck off. Don't tell me that I have to sit here and watch some shitty ass fucking character like Omega, and if I don't like her, I'm sexist, because I'm not. That's what I'm saying. It's hypocrisy, you stupid idiots. The optics of that are so bad. What the fuck is the matter with you? Dummies. Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy.
No. Let's not go there. we spoke about her the last couple of weeks.
Let's
just wrap it up. I'll give you a cage match. I'll give you a cage match and we can go home, please.
Quick. It's a quick story.
Oh, no, please.
Because the word that was flying around is that the Rey movie has been suspended.
No, that's
that's fake.
I think it's and Tom.
We have to bring it up.
Tom Cody sent something about this. I know that G Baby put out an article saying that.
Did Tom Cody give us anything?
Well, yeah, he sent the Bad Batch stuff.
Oh, good. Thank you, Tom. You didn't give him credit.
I did. I said thank you, Tom.
Okay.
You weren't paying.
Give him say Tom Cody gave us this.
I did.
Thank you, Tom Cody. 50 points. Minus 50 for Jared not giving you the credit, in my opinion. And if he snuck it in, he snuck it in.
Can
but I didn't hear.
Can you just
I
not do that because he's gonna email me asking to give the 50 points back. I know. I already see how this is gonna go.
Go. Come on. Let's go.
Okay.
What did you say?
Oh. Here I had to explain to Tom Cody like it's just not gonna happen. Because they've spent way too much time and money right now. They've announced it at Celebration. They're not going to suspend it. Like, that's what happened with Superman Returns. And that's the analogy I used.
Right.
Superman Returns had a pre-production budget because they included everything from the Tim Burton film, the J.J. Abrams film, because they could call it Superman 5. So, by the time Bryan Singer got Superman Returns even off the ground, there were $50 million in the hole. Plus another $200 million budget. They had to make $300 million just to break even.
Wow.
So, like, they've hired a bunch of different directors. I'm sure there's been a lot of pre-production, screenwriting, all that stuff. There's a lot writing on this. They have to hire all these people. Like, the special effects have to, be planned out and all that stuff.
Yes.
They're going to make this fucking movie. She might be the director. I think they're going to make this movie no matter what. My whole thing is they may just put her name as director in name only. And that it's going to be someone like a George Lucas-esque person, the executive producer, really making the film.
Well, that's a fucking prediction of predictions. You didn't tell me you were going to do some batshit haywire fucking crazy theory.
I said this last time.
Wait, so in other words, I want to get this straight. You think that Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy has brought too much controversy, too much bullshit, but rather than suck it up and fire her, they're going to keep her as the credited director.
Yes.
And possibly have like a Tony Gilroy, Dave Filoni?
Yeah, like a Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni.
And they're going to be making the movie.
Yes.
And where would Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy be?
She might be there, but I think
I don't think this is legal. There's the Directors Guild. There's a lot of rules. I'm enjoying this last second fucking crazy ass take.
Weren't you the one? We were ready to go. Weren't you the one being like, well, George Lucas hired all these directors to direct these films.
True.
But George Lucas was really the one directing it.
That's true. But you're saying it's going to be the exact opposite.
No, I'm saying that's going to be the exact thing. It's going to be the executive. It's going to be like one of these people. Like a phantom director.
Like the way George Lucas directed a ton of Return of the Jedi and had Richard Marquand. It was pretty much, Richard, go out there, film the speeder bikes.
Yeah.
Or like you do the parts where like Leia's talking to an Ewok about her hat. And like, it's just a hat. There's some food. I'm going to do all the cool shit. That kind of thing.
I think you're gonna see very much Dave Filoni overseeing this story. No, I'm being 100% serious.
If that's the case,
because there's so much writing on this.
If this is the case, it's a failure before it begins. It's more Kathleen Kennedy controversy.
Again, this is my point.
Wow, it's crazy.
They can't fire her now because then that's giving the internet and the quote-unquote haters a win. That makes Kathleen Kennedy look really fucking bad.
Time out.
I'm telling you.
I know, but if that's the way they feel, that is ridiculous. You've had how many people get fired from Star Wars movies at this point?
Yeah.
How many have had projects taken away from them? We did it last week. We are not going to do it again.
But
over 10 people at least have had movies taken away from them.
I understand that, but you got to think about what they've just done in the last couple of weeks. They've pulled Mando season 4 to make a Mando and Grogu movie because of all the controversy. This film.
No doubt. That was the way to fucking say, this Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy got us into more controversy we don't want. Make a Mando decision.
Disney is in some trouble this year. They haven't had a great draw that they were expecting.
They lost money last year.
2024, we don't know what I don't know what. It's going to be more Marvel movies because there's not a Star Wars movie coming out until 2025, right? Unless this Mando movie is going to come out in December.
Have you watched Echo yet?
No.
I'm going to get to that. Not like the things that I've been hearing about.
Not good?
No. They seem to think it's terrible because we're following this girl who was, with all due respect, was a side character. And I'm not trying to be mean, but
everyone's saying that everything I'm reading online is that it's a great series.
I'm going to check it out.
I'm not. I don't care.
It's just interesting that Bob Iger had said, hey, not every side character needs a show or a movie. And then here comes side character number 9 from the Hawkeye show. Like, we did, Anyway. All right. Controversial. Yaddle Chattle episode today. Hot take.
Yes.
Hot take, Jared.
I got to go home.
You're going home now.
Yes. Thank you.
The closing music is still playing.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in this week.
Where are you going to go?
Home.
What are you going to have for dinner?
Costco chicken.
You didn't bring me any food today.
I brought you 2 things last time. You haven't even told me how they were.
Ooh, I haven't tried the chili yet. What was the other one?
The chicken?
That was good. Yeah.
You put the sour cream in there?
Oh, I put the sour cream in there. You saw I bought the sour cream.
Good.
I put the sour cream in that.
You should probably eat the chili soon.
That was good. Why?
It's over a week.
So? I got one of those stomachs.
I know, you got one of those cast iron Irish stomachs.
Yeah. I can eat fucking...
It's been coated with beer, whiskey,
banana that I find on the ground. That's got fucking maggots on it. I'll just pick up that shit and start eating it right there, even with the bugs. Those fucking bugs got protein.
Yeah, this
doesn't bother me.
You Scotch Irish have those.
Yeah, we don't care. We don't care how dirty the food is.
Strong constitution.
People are like 3-second rule when they drop a food on the ground. I'm like, I have a 30-minute rule. If a fucking piece of pizza is laying upside down on a fucking dirty carpet, as long as I can get there before, like Domino's, if I can get to it before 30 minutes, it's mine.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
He's Jedi Jared. I'm Darth David. It's been Yaddle Chattle. Good night, everybody.